Alright, looks like we're all good to go. So, let's get everything over here. Perfect. So, as we've seen in previous streams, we've already helped out 2 people who needed a Cardinal Virtue slain here in Final Fantasy XIV's Shadowbringers expansion, in Giat, who needed a healer, and Lurik, who needed a physical DPS. Tonight, though, we're gonna see another version of the Cardinal Virtue, as this evening, we're gonna be looking at the DPS/attack mage version. So hey there, Elizabeth, Miguel, and Mark. Yes, it has been a while. And to everyone else that's just logging on, we're glad to have you with us here tonight. So, greetings people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live. So, since we are playing on the DPS mage, that means we don't need to help out Giat or Lurik. Instead, we're going to be going all the way here around the table to this far corner of the bar where a person known as Cerigg has asked for our assistance. And so tonight, it appears we're going to be coming to the aid of this gentleman, and he's already equipped with a bow just like Lurik was. Yeah, it's really weird to see not 1 but 2 archers who needed a Cardinal Virtue slain. But let's go ahead and speak with Cerigg to take on the level 70 attack mage Cardinal Virtue challenge entitled Hollow Pursuits. Cerigg is eyeing you inquisitively. Hello there. Let me guess, you're standing in front of Cerigg, bounty hunter non-peril, because you will want to aid me in the felling of the dread Phronesis. Do I have the right of it, or do I have the right of it? I guess I do. Yeah. Say that again. What's our Cardinal Virtue's name? If I didn't know better, I could have sworn you just suggested that you're unfamiliar with Phronesis. But that couldn't be. No sinner worth his salt could be so ignorant. Well, I'm afraid I am. Allow me to elaborate. Phronesis isn't just your run-of-the-mill stray sin-eater. He's one of the nastiest the realm has seen, formed from one of the remains of one of those gods-damned warriors of light. There are 4 of them, all told, crawled up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for nigh on a century. If the tales are true, people have come to call them the Cardinal Virtues. Before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Phronesis was none other than the Archmagus Nailbert, whose baleful magics were filled the realm over. Though it has only been a few short years since he first showed up on Amh Araeng, he's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, the local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. And that's where you come in. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the fiend single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion. That's where you come in. Provided that you can prove to me that you possess the rather, specialized set of skills that I require, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up to the task, come find me in Amh Araeng. I mean to set off for there shortly. Alright then. At the Red Cerigg, huh? Alright, so I'm guessing that's gonna be closest to Mordsuk. And then for those of you who are wondering, yes, I still do not have Mathia yet through the main story of Shadowbringers. Like I said, I've been leveling everything else as my main priority. So we've once again arrived in Mordsuk, where we are going to take it to the Red Cerigg, which I guess is the entry point. Yes, it is. So yeah, he's not going to meet us in Mordsuk, he's going to meet us in the main entry point where Shinji first set foot here in Amh Araeng. And then came dealing with people in Mordsuk, including those merchants, those kobold merchants, who had us see some weird stuff, and then we met Tesleen, and then we met Alice, and then we saw what happened to Tesleen, and it wasn't pretty. So, upon our arrival, and Cerigg's as well, so you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another scene eater, a far less imposing specimen than Phronesis, of course, has been sighted just to the west of here. Prove to me that you have the skill to back up your words, and we'll talk further. Alright. Well, it's not like we haven't been asked to do this before, so let's do it. It's gonna be off on the side? Yes, it will be. Yeah, right over here. Alright. I mean, doing speedruns as MH should have helped me to prepare for this moment, so let's see what we got. Hello there. Right, in and out, and watch your back. Just so that we don't end up getting any additional enemies pulled in. Yeah, Alice would be proud. Good show, friend. I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in battle has left me with little doubt. Seems I've found myself a formidable ally. And so, I'll extend the offer in earnest. Help hunt me down Phronesis and we'll split the bounty down the middle. Well, what do you say? That's the spirit. Now, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me towards Cerigg, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in on the details. Now we get to go to Cerigg. Then let's not keep him waiting. So we don't just go back to the Crystarium this time. Well, this is definitely an interesting twist. It'll be interesting to see how the tank one unfolds. What they choose to do. And so... Oh, welcome to Cerigg, friend. As you can see, it's a bustling trading post frequented by merchants from across the realm. At least it was before Phronesis showed up and started preying on unwitting travelers. Hence the bounty, you see. The lucrative reward has attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next. If the fiend still roams free, you can probably imagine why. Those few who have seen Phronesis and returned to tell the tale speak of the great horrors they witnessed. Cavernous black holes, materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. Yeah, people who have taken them the Hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has time to lay eyes on Phronesis before he summons forth the Hollows, which proceed to consume everything in sight. And I do mean everything. Just the other day, an entire caravan was devoured by the Hollows, leaving only nothingness behind. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of our reality, gateways to other worlds, to put it another way. At any rate, suffice to say that the next man to come back from the void will be the first. And so... And yet, there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Phronesis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or settlements. He simply shambles across the wastes, summons hollows one after the next, and the destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near to the fiend is tantamount to suicide. Even attacks from afar have been all but futile, as Phronesis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunters have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm of a different mind, however. The way I see it, if there only was a way to neutralize the hollows, we'd more than a stand a chance against Phronesis himself. That is why I require your services. Your easy triumph over the Sin Eater spoke clear. You are a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you. Alright then. Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden, and so I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. And with that, I best get to work. Once I've formulated a proper plan of attack, we'll talk again. Until then, I suggest you continue to hone your casting skills. The battle that awaits us will not be an easy one. I'll bet. So we'll take our experience in Gil and proceed to move on to the next version of this quest. So let's go ahead and speak with Cerigg to take on the level 72 Attack Mage Cardinal Virtue challenge entitled A Voice from the Void. Cerigg has made a breakthrough of sorts. Ah, there you are, and your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, a little bird told me that Phronesis was sighted in the vicinity not long ago. Don't you worry, I have no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the Sin-Eater from afar, that we might observe the hollows with our own eyes and formulate a suitable plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from a merchant acquaintance of mine of Crysterium. By setting it on Phronesis' trail, I mean to gauge just how wide of a berth we must keep from the fiend so as not to be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for the little fellow, friend. His sacrifice will be the key to our success. And yet, as you can see, he is not quite in the best state for repair. Pray lend me a hand in procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. Alright, what do we need exactly? You're a lifesaver, friend. I just spotted a nasty-looking sandskin sybil, okay. Sandskin sybil lurking about to the east of here, and I do believe one of their attendants should serve well to put some spring back in the little fellow's step. Snag one for me, and I'll see to the repairs. Very well then. Let's go find what we require. Let's go find what we require and see if we can't use this to gain the advantage we need. Given what we've learned from the two previous Cardinal Virtue quests, I imagine that we're also going to be seeing quite a few rounds of Echo, not the least of which will be having the opportunity to play as Phronesis in his original form as Nalbert. And then, well, obviously we'll also see the motives for Cerigg, as he has not made those clear yet. Yeah, he hasn't been clear on his motives as of yet, but we'll find them eventually, I'm quite sure. And someone's wasting their time by trying to call me, and it's not gonna work. Whoop, look out. I'm gonna cut you down to finish you off. Alright. So, back to Mordsuk and speak with Cerigg again. Hello. Any luck finding that tendon? For my part, I've acquired something that should serve as a makeshift gear. Cost me an arm and a leg, but hey, if it helps us claim that bounty in the end, it'll be more than worth it. Was this what you were looking for? Yes, perfect. I reckon this is durable and elastic enough to replace the mannequin's snap drive belts. I'll fetch my toolbox and get started straight away. Alright then. In the meantime, why don't you scout us out a suitable lookout point? Phronesis was last sighted just southeast of town. Try to find us a spot on higher ground, out of sight from the main thoroughfare. Alright, I believe we can do that. Hey there, Denise. I believe it's been a while since we've seen you. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, I believe you've been to all of my streams before. So we're going southeast of town. Not quite to Journey's Head, but still heading south. Yeah, look out for those sand moles. Also, this seems to not be high ground at all. Yeah, we're still within full view, as it were. So, what's gonna happen when Cerigg arrives? Ah, there's your mannequin. Ho there, friend. As you can see, our clockwork friend is back in tip-top shape. And since it appears you found us the perfect lookout spot, why don't we get down to work? Or kindle us a fire. We might be here for a while. Alright. So he gets the fire going. Although you really don't need much of a fire when it's always broad daylight out. Well, oh, Pete, there's the bastard. Yeah, you found him? Let's have a look. Look closely now and hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror with your own 2 eyes. Then let's have a look. There's the person of interest. He brings out a hollow. And hopefully we're far away enough to not get sucked in. No, we mustn't set out the mannequin too soon. If Phronesis sees it, he may very well blast it to bits before it has a chance to investigate the hollows. Yeah, he stares intently at what he's created. Yeah, we got our eyes on you. And he just walks away. Alright. Yeah, I figured he would stuck around until it closed. And there he goes. I'll send the mannequin in to trail him. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. So, mannequin in play. And now it's starting to get sucked in. Well, there it goes. Was it worth the investment? Just as I expected. Gone without a trace. Shed no tears for a little friend. Through his sacrifice we now know just how much distance we must keep from the hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take care not to wander too close, lest you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. Alright, how are we gonna see if this is as close as we can get? It's as if a shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck anything and everything into the void. I've seen many a horrific sight in my day, but this sends shivers up the spine. Does it ever turn off? Let me out! It's so dark in here! Yeah, someone's trying to escape? Like, what? Why the pale face, friend? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Well, not a ghost per se, but... A voice, you say? From inside the hollow? But that's impossible! I guess because of Mathia being a Mikote, he has better hearing than Cerigg does? Is there anyone out there? Please help me! Help me get out of here! Yeah, we gotta do something. Over here, or are you alive? Yeah. How do we respond? Was that a voice? Is someone out there? If you can hear me, please, you must help me! I can't see anything. No road, no trees, not even an ether code to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place? He probably can't even see the light. There's probably nothing for him to find. This voice, what in the God's name is it saying? Yeah, he wants to be free. The voice of a boy, you say? Claims he's lost inside with no aether current to follow? Sounds like he's adrift in the flow, not unlike what would happen in an aetherite, to which one was teleporting was destroyed in mid-journey. Oh, that doesn't sound good. So what do we do? Wait a minute. What if there was some way you could channel your aether into the void? Might that not allow your etheric form to serve as a beacon of source to guide that child back to us? Of course, not that I know how we go about that. Oh. You reckon you could do just that? I won't even think of asking how. Do your darndest. Yeah. I just reach out. Yeah, apparently as a mage I have a special ability to be able to channel energy in the portal. Wicked right! I knew you were no ordinary sinner, but even still, you find ways to surprise me. Hey, it's even surprising me too. Yeah, what red mage ability do I possess that allows me to do this? And we got an Ellison. Or an elf, depending on where you are. And he's freckled. But yeah, we extracted this guy. Where am I? You're about to find out. Well, I'll be damned. There was a child inside. Our little expedition has left us with more questions than answers, eh? But for now, this boy needs our care. Let us carry him back to Mold Souk and find him a warm bed and some nourishment. I'll agree with that. But yeah, that's wild. But yeah, roulettes are your best bet there for getting the higher levels there, Denise. Alright, so we're just dropped off right here in front of Mold Souk. Yeah, that's quite a discovery. I wonder how it will lead us further on this Cardinal Virtue 3 trek. Well, he doesn't have the boy with him. And I imagine we'll know his name eventually. Hey, Cerigg. The boy's resting now. He is weak but not wounded, at least as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of the hollows? If so, they might also be returned to our world alive. There is much we must ask him when he wakes. On another subject. This might be an odd question, but have you ever looked after a child before? What do you think, or as a matter of fact? Yeah. I'm not a caretaker, I'm an adventurer. That makes two of us. Bounty hunters like me don't get much opportunity for babysitting. Still, until we can track down the boy's parents, I suppose I have little choice but to look after him myself. I suppose the first order of the day should be to get him some food in his belly. He does look terribly pale after all. Methinks I'll go hunting for some meat. No, perhaps I should take him to a physician first? After all, he may be suffering from some ailment inscrutable to the eye. Or maybe I should... Damn it all, I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Well, we'll find a way to figure it all out soon enough there, Cerigg, don't you worry.